All right, let's get real for a second. Have you ever sat down, laptop open, coffee brewing, ready to conquer your to-do list, only to find yourself inexplicably scrolling through cat videos 10 minutes later? Or maybe you're trying to learn something new, but your mind feels like 1,000 browser tabs all open at once, each one screaming for attention. It's not just you. In our hyper-connected, dopamine-driven world, focus feels like a superpower reserved for monks and productivity gurus. But what if I told you that your brain already has these superpowers and you just need the secret decoder ring to unlock them? Seriously, stick with me for the next few minutes, because today we're not just talking about tips and tricks, we're diving into 7 incredibly simple, science-backed psychological hacks that will literally rewire your brain for laser-sharp focus, boosted memory, and unstoppable learning. These aren't theories from a dusty textbook, they're practical, real-world strategies that top performers, savvy students, and even I use every single day to cut through the noise and get stuff done. If you're tired of feeling scattered and ready to reclaim your mental control, then you absolutely need to hear these. Ready to upgrade your brain? Let's go! Hack number 1, the personal connection power-up, your brain's favorite station. You know how when you're at a loud party, surrounded by a million conversations, but then you suddenly hear someone mention your name from across the room? That's the cocktail party effect in action. Your brain is an ultimate filter, and it's always on the lookout for one thing above all else: relevance to you. What it is? The cocktail party effect says your brain prioritizes information that feels personally significant. Why it works? Think about it. Social media algorithms, targeted ads, they're all masters of this. They constantly feed you content that feels personal, and that's why they're so ridiculously sticky. Your brain processes information about yourself more deeply and remembers it better because, evolutionarily speaking, knowing about yourself was crucial for survival. How to use it? Stop trying to learn facts in a vacuum. Start making everything about you. When you encounter a new concept, don't just memorize it. Ask yourself, how does this relate to my life, my goals, my past experiences, or my future self? How does this impact my career, my relationships, or my hobbies? If you're studying economic supply and demand, don't just learn the graph. Imagine how a sudden concert ticket price surge for your favorite band affects your wallet and your desire to go. Your challenge: pick one thing you're trying to learn right now. Instead of just reading it, write down 2 to 3 sentences explaining how it personally affects you or relates to a personal goal. Share your example in the comments. You'll be amazed at how much faster it clicks. Hack number 2. Guard your spotlight. The multitasking myth exposed. Let me tell you a secret. Multitasking is a lie. Seriously, your brain has one glorious, powerful spotlight, and it can only shine it intensely on one thing at a time. Trying to do 3 things at once isn't doing 3 things efficiently. It's rapidly flicking your spotlight between tasks, burning energy with every switch, and doing none of them well. What it is, this is the concept of limited attention. Your brain can only truly focus its energy on one cognitive task at any given moment. Why it works? Imagine a literal spotlight on a stage. If you have 10 actors, the audience only truly sees the one illuminated. The others are in shadow. Your brain works the same way. Every time you switch tasks, even just checking a notification, your brain has to reorient itself, costing you precious time and mental energy. How to use it? This is where we become master stage managers for our brains. 1. The Pomodoro Technique. Work for 25 minutes, intensely focused on one task. Then take a 5-minute break. Repeat. This trains your spotlight to stay put. 2. The Digital Detox Mini Challenge. Before you even start a focused session, go nuclear. Put your phone in another room. Turn on focus mode on your devices. Use app blockers like Forest App or Freedom. I used to think I was the king of multitasking, trying to juggle emails, a report, and a podcast simultaneously. All I achieved was 3 half-done, mediocre tasks and a headache. The moment I started guarding my spotlight, my productivity absolutely soared. 3.
the clearing ritual. Before each session, physically clear your workspace. Only the essentials for your current task should be visible. Your environment speaks volumes to your brain. Your challenge: for your very next task, try 25 minutes of absolute distraction-free focus. Turn off everything else. You might be shocked at how much you accomplish.
Hack number 3, the just start hack. Fool your brain into finishing. Ever stare at a massive project and feel that immediate, crushing wave of overwhelm? That's your brain screaming, "Too big, abort, procrastinate." But here's a mind trick that flips that script. What it is? The Zeigarnik Effect states that your brain remembers unfinished tasks better than finished ones and has a natural urge to complete what it starts. Why it works? Your brain hates loose ends. Once you open a loop by starting something, it creates a subtle subconscious tension that nudges you to close it. The hardest part is almost always just getting started. We often wait for motivation, but motivation often follows action. How to use it? 1. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. This is a brilliant way to trick your brain into starting. Need to send a quick email? Do it. Need to organize one file? Do it. 2. The open loop strategy. Don't finish a task perfectly. When you're about to take a break, leave a sentence half written, a problem half solved, or a concept half explained. When you return, your brain will instantly be pulled back in, eager to close that open loop. This is a game changer for overcoming writer's block. I used to dread starting my scripts. Now, I tell myself, just write the title. Often, that small act is enough to kickstart the Zeigarnik Effect, and before I know it, I'm deep into the intro. Your challenge: what's one small thing you've been putting off? Apply the 2-minute rule right now. Don't overthink it, just start. Hack number 4. Space it out, don't cram it in. The memory garden. We've all been there, pulling an all-nighter, cramming information right before a test, only to have it vanish from our minds hours later. It feels productive in the moment, but it's actually incredibly inefficient. Your memory isn't a hard drive you can just dump data onto. It's more like a garden. What it is? The spacing effect proves that learning information over spaced intervals is far more effective for long-term retention than massing it, cramming. Why it works? When you learn something, your brain creates neural connections. Each time you revisit that information after a short break, those connections get stronger. It's like watering a plant a little bit every day rather than drowning it with a whole bucket at once. Your brain needs time to consolidate and solidify those memories. This isn't just about repetition, it's about strategic repetition. How to use it? 1. Scheduled reviews. After learning something new, schedule short review sessions. A good starting point is 1 day later, 3 days later, 1 week later, 1 month later. 2. Micro-reviews. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes each morning to quickly reviewing notes from the previous day. This small habit dramatically boosts retention. 3. Neuroscience Light. Think of it this way. Each time you revisit a concept, you're creating new, stronger pathways in your brain. Cramming is like building a wobbly bridge once. Spaced learning is like reinforcing that bridge with steel beams over time. Your challenge: for the next new piece of information you learn, immediately schedule a quick review for tomorrow. Set a reminder. Hack number 5. Storytelling and visuals, the double-edged memory sword. Imagine trying to remember a long, complex paragraph of text. Now imagine that same information presented as a vivid story with memorable characters and dramatic events. Which one sticks? The story, every single time. Your brain is hardwired for narratives and images. What it is? Dual coding theory states that your brain processes information through 2 separate channels: verbal, words, and visual, images. Activating both channels creates a much stronger and more durable memory trace. It's like saving a file to 2 different locations on your computer. Why it works? When you combine words with visuals or embed them in a story, you're giving your brain multiple hooks to grab onto that information. If one hook fails, the other can still retrieve the memory. This makes recall significantly easier. How to use it? 1. Draw it out. Don't be afraid to doodle. Create mind maps, flowcharts, or simple sketches for complex ideas. You don't need to be an artist. Stick figures work wonders. 2. Digital visuals. Leverage modern tools. Use Notion, Miro, or GoodNotes to create digital mind maps. Integrate emojis, GIFs, or even short video clips into your notes to activate that visual channel. 3. Become a storyteller. This is the most powerful. Transform dry facts into a mini story. Imagine this concept as a quirky character on a quest. Picture this historical event unfolding like a scene from a movie. The more ridiculous or vivid your story, the better. When I'm learning a new technique for video editing, I don't just read the steps, I visualize myself doing it. Imagine the aha moment and mentally narrate the process like a mini documentary. Your challenge? Take a bland piece of information you need to learn. Can you turn it into a tiny story or draw a quick sketch to represent it? Give it a try. Hack number 6. Make it about you again, your brain's favorite subject. We're revisiting the you theme, but with a deeper twist. Your brain isn't just a filter for relevance, it's fundamentally selfish. It cares most about information that directly impacts its owner, you. This is the ultimate personal advantage. What it is? The self-reference effect shows that information related to your own self is remembered better than other types of information. Why it works? When you connect new information to your existing self-concept, it integrates into an already rich and complex network of memories and experiences. This creates robust, multifaceted pathways for recall. It's not just a new piece of data, it's a new part of your story. How to use it? 1. Internalize everything. Don't just learn what something is, learn how it makes me feel, how I can use it, or how it relates to my past experiences. For example, instead of just learning resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties, think, I am resilient when I face tough challenges in my startup and keep going, even after setbacks. 2. Future self-connection. Ask yourself, how will learning this transform my future self? What skills will I gain? How will my life improve? This is incredibly motivating. When I was learning public speaking, I didn't just study techniques. I vividly imagined myself on stage, confidently delivering a powerful message, seeing the audience's engaged faces. That personal vision made every practice session more meaningful. 3. Personal journaling. Take notes, but then add a My Takeaway section where you specifically relate the information back to your own life or ambitions. Your challenge. Think about something you're currently working on or learning. Write down 2 to 3 ways it directly connects to your personal growth, your career aspirations, or even a recent personal experience. Hack number 7. Context is king. Where you learn matters more than you think. Have you ever walked into a room, forgotten why you entered, and then instantly remembered the moment you stepped back to where you started? That's your brain being a sneaky context collector. What it is? Context-dependent memory means your brain stores memories along with the environmental cues present during learning. When those cues are missing or mismatched during recall, your brain can draw a blank. Why it works? Your brain is incredibly efficient. It encodes not just the information itself, but also the sights, sounds, smells, and even emotions of the learning environment. These environmental factors act as powerful retrieval cues. If the cues are different when you need to recall, it's like trying to find a file without knowing which folder it's in. How to use it? 1. Match your environment. If you know you'll be tested in a quiet room, try to study in a quiet room. If you need to give a presentation in a bustling conference hall, practice there if possible, or at least in a simulated noisy environment. 2. Vary your environment for flexibility. This sounds contradictory, but it's not. If you need highly flexible memory, for example, remembering something you can use anywhere, then study in multiple locations. Learn in a quiet library, then review in a noisy coffee shop, then test yourself at your desk. This forces your brain to create more robust, context-independent memory traces. Sensory cues. Use subtle sensory cues.
Listen to a specific instrumental playlist while studying, and then again right before a task where you need to recall that info. Chewing a certain flavor of gum during learning and then again during a test can even work for some people. Your challenge. The next time you sit down to learn, pay attention to your surroundings. How can you either match it to where you'll recall or vary it to strengthen your memory? Try it out.
Your brain, your rules, and community power. There you have it, 7 powerful science-backed psychological hacks that can transform your focus, boost your memory, and make learning more effective and genuinely enjoyable. Remember, focus isn't some rare talent reserved for the smart ones. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained, sharpened, and mastered by you. Don't get overwhelmed trying to do them all at once. That's the surest way to do none of them. Instead, pick just one of these hacks, maybe the 2-minute rule, or try a digital detox mini challenge, and commit to trying it for the next 24 hours. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. And hey, join our community challenge. Apply one hack, share your experience using #UnlockYourBrainPower, and tag us on your favorite platform. What are your go-to focus tips? Share them in the comments below. We're all in this together, constantly learning and growing. Your brain is a powerful tool, and with these strategies, you're not just studying smarter, you're living smarter. Nurture it, and it will reward you with growth and abundance. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video where we dive even deeper into hacking your habits for ultimate success.